Now, here we are. This is the point where Lightning's strength truly gets put to the test, where Lightning's power is truly getting challenged. But in the end, I will explain why Lightning McQueen would ultimately come out on top. Now, if you haven't seen the insane power of Lightning McQueen video, then I recommend you check it out. The link will be in the description down below of this video. But now, I thought of something really insane, but also pretty fun. Lightning seems pretty powerful compared to some of your favorite anime or other favorite characters in other forms of media. So today, we're going to be discussing some other popular characters in media that are well known to be powerful, and then we're going to be discussing both why and how Lightning McQueen is able to beat them in a one-on-one. So let's go. The first of these one-on-one matchups for Lightning is Light Yagami, the owner of the Death Note. Get it? Because both their names start with light in it? Well, yeah, okay. Now, before you say, well, Light Yagami could just instantly kill Lightning by writing his name in the Death Note. I mean, yeah, that could normally be the case, but here is the thing. According to the Death Note wiki, it is stated that the Death Note does follow certain rules, and one of those rules are, it's only meant to take human life. And what is Lightning McQueen? Well, certainly not a human, he's a fucking car. So obviously, with Light Yagami only having the Death Note on his side, and with it being pretty much useless against the car, Lightning, on the other hand, has plenty of other weapons in his disposal if we use him from the Cars 2 and Cars 3, the video games. Obviously, we're counting them since we're still using Lightning at its best, so pretty obviously, Lightning completely destroys Light because he has nothing else to him other than the Note, and even then, it is still pretty useless. Next up, we have Vert Wheeler from the two Hot Wheels series, those being the Hot Wheels World Race movie and the Hot Wheels Acceleracers films. Now, Vert Wheeler is a pretty interesting character. He pretty much started off as the father of Major Jack Wheeler. He also was the son of Jack the Rabbit Wheeler, which means that the original Hot Wheels 60s cartoon and Highway 35 movie are actually both set in the same universe. But outside of that, now let's talk about Vert. Vert was a contestant in the world race, but then eventually ended up winning and learning a few stuff. Then he ended up becoming a member of the street racing gang called the Teku, who were rivals of the Metal Maniacs. And then more shenanigans ensue with Tesla calling them up again to save the world and fight the drones, but then they beat the drones, but then they found a marquee, but that's the end of the films. There's no fifth Acceleracers movie, just those four. So unfortunately we didn't get another movie, but now let's discuss why Lightning would beat Vert in a one-on-one fight. Now for starters, we're going to be counting Vert's all of his vehicles, all the vehicles that he's driven throughout the entire series, those being the Diora 2, Power Rage, Reverb, and Nightlife. Now all of these cars are pretty much way faster than Lightning. Lightning can only clock at 198 miles per hour now, while all of these cars could easily reach speeds up to 300 miles per hour. So from the starters, Vert is faster, but in every other aspect of a fight, Lightning is superior, mainly thanks to his weapons. Now he can easily use the energy manipulation weapons to pretty much drain the cars of all of their powers and speed. That way he could slow them down. Now Tesla may have made these cars really high tech and advanced and fast, but I don't think they'd be resistant to energy manipulation. And even then, Lightning also has his Light Dragon Lightning McQueen form, which pretty much has fire powers out of his exhaust. Not out of his mouth, but even then, that would still get the job done. Also, we can't mention the fact that Vert is just a 17-year-old, and Lightning is way more experienced in his craft thanks to his many years of racing and getting trained by Doc Hudson and Smokey. So yeah, overall, while Vert may have his high-tech in cars, Lightning overall just has way more weapons in his arsenal and that is far more experienced, being at the very least at his maybe 40s or 30s possibly, while Vert Wheeler is just 18, I meant, not 17, what the fuck. Next up, we have Omni-Man from the Invincible series, being the father of Mark Grayson, aka Invincible. Omni-Man comes from the planet Viltrum, then seemingly came to Earth to be its true protector. But then, once Mark gets his powers at 17 years old, Nolan's intentions truly begin to shift and become clear. Nolan's powers and abilities includes flight, super strength, high durability, fast regeneration, massively hypersonic speeds, but yet all of that is nowhere near enough to survive Lightning's attacks and his weapons. Lightning can easily use his energy manipulation to drain Omni-Man of all of his energy and stamina to the point where he becomes too tired to even fight Lightning. And plus, Omni-Man may be able to fly, but so could Lightning, thanks to him using his Lightning McQueen Hawk mode. He also has an assortment of missiles in his hand, and his rapid-fire guns that can really distract Omni-Man for a while, until eventually Nolan gets tired out, and then Lightning would be able to finish him off. The next of these one-on-one matchups for Lightning McQueen is Turbo from the film Turbo. Turbo was once a regular snail, as a normal life working as a snail and pretty much moving tomatoes and other plants. But then he eventually gains his speed powers once he falls into a car in the middle of a drag race. And then he enters the Indianapolis 500 along with the rest of his friends, and then ends up winning. He also stars in a series named Turbo Fast, which allows him to gain more feats and abilities as the series goes on. But now it's time to talk about why Lightning would beat him. Well, for one, he's a snail, and despite the fact that he is pretty athletic and pretty fast, being able to keep up and dodge attacks from other Indy cars during the Indianapolis 500 race, Lightning would still be able to destroy him, because even though Snail is obviously faster with a top speed of 250 miles per hour, while Lightning can only reach 198, Lightning still has the better arsenal in his side, while Turbo has no weapons at all. While he could be able to dodge his weapons due to his speed and he can tuck it with shell, but Turbo doesn't have that much high of a durability, which, as high as the durability can go, it could possibly be street level, as he did almost get taken down from the race by slamming into a wall. So yeah, Lightning easily destroys him. Deku. He cries like a fucking putz and little bitch half the time in the show. I mean, seriously. Lightning No Mercy absolutely crumbles him into dust. End of discussion. Dom Toretto. Dom is one of the main protagonists, at least, of the Fast and the Furious franchise. He made his first appearance in the first Fast and Furious movie, and the most iconic scene in that movie is the race between Dom and Paul Walker. Well, okay, speaking of which, rest in peace, Paul Walker. You were an absolute legend. You died too young, man. But anyways, now it's time to talk about why Lightning would beat Dom in a fight. For starters, Dom is no schmuck at all. He is easily one of the best characters in that movie. He knows plenty of different fighting styles, as he fought many different people throughout the movie series, and is skilled in driving as well, just like Lightning, as he could easily win the race, and easily win plenty of other races in the series. But in the end, Lightning still has a better and highly advanced and more insane weaponry, while Dom, on the other hand, barely has no weaponry in his cars. While obviously not saying that Dom's weapons are absolutely awful, and he also has plenty of other cars that compete with Lightning's tech, but in the end, eventually, Lightning would be able to destroy all these things thanks to his inconsistent durability. It could really go up and down as the fight goes on. And then eventually Dom would be able to not be able to escape his doom. Next up is Marcus Phoenix from the Gears of War series. Marcus is a guy that has been experiencing pain and war throughout his entire life. He has been fighting the Locusts for plenty of years now, up from the first game all the way into the 5th game, Gears 5. Why did they change the franchise name to just Gears? Gears of War was awesome. Why did they change it? But anyway, still, Marcus Phoenix is no schmuck. He is an absolute fighting legend. He has known plenty of other fighting methods, and also has this armor, which could easily help him out in terms of durability. he also has his weapons, such as his guns, his long shots, grenades. He can also steal weapons from the other locusts when he kills them in the game. But in the end, Lightning's weapons are far more exaggerated and far more, let's say, I don't know if advanced the right word. I mean, I guess both their weapons are on the same level of advancement. But at the same time, this is a pretty close fight. But in the end, I would say that Lightning would be able to eventually be able to land one good hit that's so impactful that Marcus would eventually be able to go down instantly. Now, the fight would largely consist of Marcus shooting Lightning and throwing his bombs at him, and sure, Lightning might be affected by those bombs and gunfires, but even then, he can easily counter those with his own weapons and grenades and bombs. Remember the missiles and the rapid fires? He can also use his zone ability to speed blitz Marcus into oblivion. He can also use his nullifier weapon to remove Marcus's weapons, and that way he can easily destroy him by mashing his skull like a watermelon. Now for this final matchup, we're gonna be using Snake from Street Raiders. Yep, my series. Now before you say it, yeah, this fight seems very unfair. I mean, like, Lightning McQueen is a car. I mean, he's fucking massive. While Snake, on the other hand, is only a toy Dodge Viper. He's probably around 2 centimeters or something. But now, we're gonna make this fight fair. Instead of using Lightning's normal size, we're gonna be using him at diecast Lightning McQueen. So that way, Lightning will still have all of his powers and abilities and feats and weapons as well, but we're gonna be striking him down to Snake's size. So for starters, actually Snake is faster than Lightning, but despite being a toy car, Snake can actually scale off the real Dodge Viper, because despite them being toys, Snake is still a Dodge Viper, and Dodge Vipers have been confirmed to reach speeds around above 200 miles per hour, so Lightning can still only reach 198 miles per hour, so therefore Snake should be faster. But in every other aspect of a fight, Lightning is superior to Snake, thanks to him having a wide arsenal of weapons in his side, and also having the experience edge, being far older than him, and also having more experience in racing and in combat. Snake, on the other hand, the Street Raider series as a whole is still young and currently in development, so Snake could eventually be buffed up and be more powerful later on as the series goes on. But as of now, Lightning's stats are so high that Snake might just be a bug to him, honestly. But those are enough versus battles for Lightning McQueen for now. And as of now, these guys don't stand a chance against Lightning McQueen. Now, it's a pretty high chance that many of the characters I mentioned in this video could get buffed later down the line and then completely destroy him. But right now, Lightning's stats are way too high. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this little video on how Lightning would beat these certain characters or more. So yeah, I think that's it. See you later in the next video, everyone. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.